Vacation today, Jalen and Lamont Ramsey.
Jalen is the best cornerback in the league. He plays for Jacksonville. He's colorful, and he says his father is even more colorful than he is, and his father hates Izzy. Izzy, get out of here. Me and my father are handling this. Jalen, can you give us an example of your father being no nonsense in childhood? An example of you knowing that your father was not going to suffer any foolishness.
Yeah, and that still happens to this day. Like when we training, like when he trains every day. So when we're training, growing up, it was kind of like my brother and my cousins. They were older, so they were already kind of training. So when it was my turn to start training with some of my childhood friends, I know a couple of my friends. They real playful. They play a lot. So I knew when I would always have to kind of tell them, hey, y'all, we finna go in the weight room. Like, yeah, hey, y'all chill. Like, we can't be joking and stuff in here. He ain't playing that while we training. And that still happens to this day. Like, I had my manager and my agent come train with me, come see what was going on. And my manager, he always playing. He always joking around. So I was.
Well, hold on, Jalen. He's tougher on you. Your dad is still tougher on you than anybody. Still, like with the workouts and with everything else. Wait a minute though. There are people paid lots of money to motivate you more than your father. Like he's still your toughest critic in all respects.
Yeah. It's by far.
You're one of the brashest guys in football. Are you still a little bit afraid of your father? How does this one work? Because, yes, because he was the disciplinarian and he's the firefighter. Are you still a little bit afraid of him?
I wouldn't say afraid, but I haven't had to see that work belt in a long time. I know how to act right, so I don't got to see that work belt.
I want to hear the story, though, because Lamont doesn't tell any of these stories. When did he deserve the work belt?
Plenty of times. He was just always into something, man, and he would know he shouldn't do it, but he'll do it anyway. So but he didn't get it as much as he was trying to make it out to be.
Hey.
We talked about this the other day, and we both disagree on how often he got it.
I got it every 2 days.
No,
I got it every 2 days.
Well, what is your father's count? You're saying you're getting it every 2 days. What does Lamont say? No, every 3, every 4?
No, probably I can count it on one hand.
What?
One hand.
That is
one hand in a week. He's talking 1 hand in a week. It's 7 days in a week. He can count five times.
Five out of 7
times
days. Wait a minute. Why do you guys have such a? I don't understand why you have such a different recollection of this particular memory. You got him into shape. You're the one who is most responsible, are you not, Lamont, for the attitude he has today?
Yeah, pretty much. We have the same attitude. Everybody who knows us, they say we're just alike. So it's like he's just like you. So
I mean, everything that he did, it molded me into who I am now, like the man I'm growing into be every day.
Lamont, what does the phone call to your son the week of Antonio Brown sound like? Like, how are you motivating him? Are you telling him, Antonio Brown's coming to get you, he's going to tear you up, or what are you doing? What are you saying?
Hey, don't let him tell you otherwise.
No.
This is a motivational convo.
So this is my whole thing. I always tell them, if they show up, you have to dominate them. Because when they show up, that's disrespecting you right there. They shouldn't even show up. So that's how it goes.
No, but wait a minute, Jalen, I want from your perspective. Antonio Brown is coming in. You know you got your hands full. He's pretty good at what he does. And your father's hitting you up with what?
You good too. They say he the best in the league, you the best in the league. You go put your will on him, put your hands on him, let him know who you are. It's super motivational. It's kind of like the voice always in my head when I'm playing. Like, all right, I gotta go put my hands on him. I gotta do this. I gotta get right. I'm the best in the league. He the best in the league. We about to go at it.
Hold on though, Lamont. There's got to be one guy where you're like, look, I love my boy and I'm proud of my boy and he's the best in the league. But that Julio Jones or whatever, there has to be one guy. That guy's a little bit of an extraterrestrial.
No.
No guy. There's no guy. Your son can cover anyone in the history of thrown footballs.
I think so. I mean, he's big, he's fast, he can run with the little guy, he can jump, he's strong, so he can bully the little ones, run with the big ones. Hey, why not?
Hey, but before anybody else believe in you, you got to believe in yourself, and you got to have your pops believe in you now.
Your pop was believing before you were believing. Jalen, what's the angriest your father's ever gotten because you've beaten him at something as a teenager? Because I suspect
he ain't beat me.
Oh,
He ain't beat me.
Hey.
No.
Let me tell.
Now I will be like LeVar Ball on this. I'm undefeated.
Hey, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something. He used to try to beat up on me when I was a little kid. When I wasn't ready yet. When I got about 8th grade, I'm gonna say 7th grade. When I was ready, I've never played again.
He retired. That's why. That's
He
why
retired.
he's undefeated.
He's undefeated
Go out
because
on
he
top.
retired.
You go out on top.
But what were you coming for him at? Basketball? Like where? At 7th grade, 8th grade? Because you're one of the best athletes in the history of Florida State.
In any sport, I'm trying to. When we out there training, at the end of training, I've done training the whole time. He's just training us. I'm trying to race him. Nope. I'm trying to race him. I'm trying to run a 20, a 40, anything. I'm trying to do box
what was
jumps.
the age, Lamont? What was the age where you saw he was coming and you're like, I need to retire because he's going to beat me at one of these things? What was the age?
I was at his 8th grade. I was his 8th grade football coach, his middle school football coach, and I said, if anybody can beat me in this race, nobody has to run wind sprints. And they put him up against me. The whole team said, "Go, Jalen." And I said, "No, that's all right. Nobody gonna run wind sprints today."
Okay, so that was the retirement. You go out
Yeah.
undefeated, and Jalen knows that forevermore he had you at the end.
Yeah.
He don't know, so he thinks it. He don't know.
No, I know.
My father has a question for you, Papa. Who do you want to talk to, Jalen or Lamont? Who you?
No, Lamont.
Okay, yeah, no.
The big guy, the big guy.
The big man, the guy who matters. Not the kid. The kids don't matter. What's the question for Lamont? Get Jalen out of here.
Lamont, what is the nicest thing that your son has ever bought for you?
Oh, wow. Wow, my father got in there.
Yeah.
As soon as he got drafted, he pulled up on Father's Day with me a brand new truck.
Oh,
Wow,
look at
that was nice, eh?
Yes, and now
He
it
really
makes me,
surprised you,
it makes
eh?
me look like a bad son because I've never done anything like